Monday morning, June
Yes.
the 23rd. Do they still say 2025 in the year of our Lord? Something like that?
Something like that.
Like Old English
Old
days?
English, because it makes it more important.
Does it?
In some areas it does, I guess, because it's a cooler thing to say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, so everybody, Vicky Courtney. Vicky,
Hi,
tell us
everybody.
a little bit about yourself
Okay.
and why in the world are you doing this with us?
Because I love to be on TV. I love to be recorded and have everybody out there see me.
I
That's
love
why.
it. I love it.
I also love our industry, so I like any opportunity to talk about it. How about
That's
that?
right.
Yeah.
I like that.
It's a
I
cool
like that.
industry. Yeah.
So how was your weekend?
My weekend was fabulous. And even though we don't talk about the weather, it was a little soggy. I had a charity golf tournament on Saturday that we spent months getting ready for. And tee
it
off was at
raining.
7:30. It didn't happen till 9. They got to play 5 holes. And then they were called back because of lightning. An hour later, went back out, maybe played 1 hole. Horn sounded again. And then it was 1 o'clock. But by that time, half our golfers had left. So we won't make in as near as much money as we want. We do it for Tulsa Cerebral Palsy and Special
yeah.
Olympics.
Oh,
And
awesome.
normally we give them about 20 grand. So
Wow.
it's a little disappointing, but
Yeah.
what can you do? This was our 30th golf tournament, 30th annual golf tournament, the very first time it had ever been rained out.
So you've got 30 more years
30 more years of hopefully no rain.
of no rain.
Yeah.
Are you going to still do it in 30 years?
No.
That's what Denise and I are always calculating. Okay, so how much? All right,
Let's
we're good.
see.
We're good.
Carry double over. No.
Ooh, Jethro Bodine. I bet you.
Jethro Bodine. Yeah.
I'd like to have anybody who knows exactly who Jethro Bodine is to like this video because, yeah.
We are going old school.
I know.
In the year of our Lord, when Jethro Bodine was the hot rocket on TV.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Everybody loved that brain surgeon.
That's
because he could calculate.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
So on that same day, Josh was, Josh in the office,
Mm-hmm.
he was
the Honorable Mr. Reasoner, by the way.
Honorable Mr. Reasoner
Yes.
was wanting to honorably go out and fish and catch some fish. And he went up to this nice, beautiful little pond up by Kingfisher. And he said he got up real early, like 4:30 in the morning to be out there on the pond. Got out there on the pond and it was just lightning all over. He sat in his car for 2 hours as it continued and then just gave up. I was like,
and
that's
he
depressing.
just went by Arthur Treacher's and picked up a couple of fresh fried fillets.
That's right. That's right. Fish sandwich.
Fish sandwich from McDee's.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
Which are good.
Are they?
They are
Do you
good.
like them?
I do like them. Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm old school. When I grew up, fish in our house was Mrs. Paul's fish sticks.
Yes.
And we ate them with ketchup. There was no such thing as tartar sauce. I'd never even
That's
heard
right.
of it. Or my mom would every once in a while spend extra money to buy a can of salmon and make salmon patties.
Amen.
A delightful treat that we all sat there going, are they ready? Are they ready? Yeah.
Okay, I'm just going to gross everybody out. Yes, I am in the same boat, but that's really good. The salmon in the can has the little bones in it.
Yeah, I love those.
It was a treat. Mom would always pull those out and we would divvy them up and share them.
Turns.
So yeah, I remember that.
That's like frying chicken. Who got the liver? Whoever was standing in the kitchen at the time. Now, I always let my mother have the heart and the kidney because I found that disgusting. But the liver was okay.
But that's okay. It cleans out all the little bad stuff in it. It's okay.
It didn't sound like a real body part, the way heart does.
Yeah.
Liver doesn't sound like a body part to me.
Yeah.
So I was good with that. But yeah, those little tiny round bones you got in the can of salmon. Weird, isn't it?
I was okay until my wife and I first got married and I opened up a can because I would just eat the salmon out of the can. And did you know that salmon eat these great big worms? And there was a worm in my salmon.
Oh, no. Now, Jerry, now I'm never going to be able to eat salmon
Well, I
again.
didn't for about 5 years after that, but I'm back to it because it's just
Until
like it's too
tomorrow,
good.
because
Exactly.
I'm still going to have it.
I still love
Same way
salmon.
with shrimp. Once I saw what a real shrimp looked like swimming in the water, I said, "Oh, we eat that."
Nasty
Like,
look.
who was the first person to open a shell and say, "Hey, I think I
That
want to
looks
eat this
good.
gooey thing in the
There's,
middle, the oyster"?
there's a lot of
Who went?
things that I asked that
Ooh, that
question
looks
about.
good. Yeah,
Yeah.
and
And
it
we'll
is
just
good.
eat it without cooking it because it,
Doesn't
no,
need to be cooked. Yeah,
golly.
it just
Yeah.
needs some
There's,
good old cocktail sauce sometimes.
somebody needs to write a book about, uh, that thought because how many
Oh,
things, there you go.
here's something I have not done yet is write a
Okay.
book.
There you go.
Let me make a note.
Why? Dot, dot,
Write
dot.
write a book. Dot 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 dash about disgusting bits and pieces of food that we eat
That's right.
and why.
That's right. Oh gosh. I love growing up.
Yeah.
So you are doing this because you are our outgoing chairman.
I am. Well, I guess I've still got
July.
like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
maybe a whole month because
So
it's the 18th when I turn my little pin, which I adore,
dun, dun,
over
dun.
to Kathy Reeser.
That's right.
Yeah. And I
That's
get a
right.
different pin, a forever
And,
pin.
and you have done an excellent job.
Thank you.
I've enjoyed working with you.
Oh, thanks, Jerry. I've enjoyed
Yes.
working with you and all the staffers
Yeah.
at Big IROK. Every single person is so incredible. I mean, what a crew that's been put together. I mean, that
Yeah.
is a forever, ever crew.
Yeah.
You know,
I agree.
they're great.
I have to agree. Not that we're real talented, but it's a good bunch of people.
I think you are very talented because each
Okay.
person takes from someone else what they
Yes.
need to add in to make their self
Yes.
whole,
That's right.
and that's what you want.
That's
You
right.
know, you have
That's
your
right.
IT expert, your photography expert, your live TV expert. Wait, is there anybody other than Jerry that's an expert?
No,
Oh,
no,
no.
because today it was not going well being an expert in some of those areas.
I think it worked out pretty
It's all
well.
good.
We got it
It's all good.
together.
That's
Yeah,
all good.
worked out good.
So, what is going on at the Big Eye Vocal? What is on that list of notes that I
Oh
sent
my.
you?
Okay, here I'll tell you one thing that I just signed up for it yesterday is
Okay.
Friday free ethics.
Free,
The free.
Free.
It's free.
no
That's
cost.
a 4-letter word
Yeah,
starting with
it's a
F
good one.
that everybody loves. Free
It's true. That's a 4-letter word
Free.
starting with F.
that we love.
Yes.
And this one was intriguing because it was about learning how to be, integrity in dealing with our jobs. Ethics, you think of, well, I don't want to get caught. So I want to
Mhm.
be ethical. But there's an integrity factor to it. So I
Mhm.
signed up for that. That's July 18th. And it repeats, but it's going to be a very good class. I'm excited about listening in on that one. Yeah.
Yep.
And
Awesome.
then we have a Colby Strength webinar.
And you've taken your
August.
Colby many times, haven't you?
I have.
Not many times.
I've had
It keeps changing.
the one time because I don't want it to change. I like where I'm at right now. I like my scores.
You'll just stick right there.
I will. Yeah. It actually, I was surprised when I got the results. I went, I
Mhm.
am? That's me? That's what I do? And I think about it a little bit and I went, oh yeah,
Isn't that crazy?
I do that. Yeah.
That is so weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you go,
And I think it's this webinar, of course, Sarah,
Mhm.
Miss Sarah Bradshaw, right, does an incredible job with Colby because she explains it so well and then tells you what's so important about knowing Colby about your coworkers or
Mhm.
people you're thinking of hiring, because there's nothing worse than bringing somebody in who just doesn't fit.
Yeah.
It's uncomfortable for those of us that are working with them and for them because nobody wants to take a job they don't fit into
Yeah.
and then struggle. But and I think that's something that's really has helped a lot with the Big Eye crew is everybody fits well in their Colby, because you
Yeah.
have to have the diverse selection. You can't have everybody be research, right?
Exactly. Exactly. And
Because then nobody does anything. They just keep digging in deeper and
keep
deeper.
looking.
Yeah.
And also too, I think from my standpoint, I am one of those people that always like to jump in and help people out. And there's some of those jobs that I go, I just don't want to. I don't want to do this one. But I want to help out as much as I possibly can. And I've realized that there are people who just love to do certain jobs that I
Yes.
don't like to do and poke my eye out because
Yeah.
and that's a hard lesson for us to understand in how we do our teamwork that person's just having a ball. They're loving that.
Yeah.
That
I
is
mean,
that is
you
their
get a
MO.
gifted fact finder.
Hmm.
Just tell them, a couple of words on what you want to know. Oh, they go with it, and then they come back, and you're like, "Thank you for doing my job."
Yes.
Now I'm going to sound so
Yes.
smart by
Yes.
discussing all the facts you
That's right.
found.
That's
Right?
right.
Yeah, I
So
love that.
it's cool. So the webinar's on. It's online. I don't know if it's. I guess
Um,
it's strictly
I think it's just
online.
strictly online
Yeah.
because it says specifically
Yeah.
webinar.
Webinar.
Yeah.
And so, that's kind of what they're going to, you have to take your Colby test beforehand.
Yes.
And then you have that opportunity to ask those silly questions that I know
Mhm.
I asked.
I don't know.
Why?
All right, is there a
What?
silly question?
The question unasked.
Yes, there is.
Asked.
Here's a silly question. What are you doing this weekend? Oh, I'm going to a funeral. Oh, did somebody die? No,
Just,
I just like to go to funeral homes. I just like to hang out. Yeah.
I
That's
got
a
to write
silly
that one
question.
down. I got to write that one down because yeah. So when someone asks me, is there really a silly question? Oh, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're like,
I love
okay,
it.
I
I
got
love
it.
it. All right.
And-
So what else we got going?
well, interestingly enough, on the same day as the Colby webinar is the Young Agents Singo.
Yep.
We had to delay it because our wonderful Thunder team, who won again last night, we're 3-2. We're going to do this, puppy. They were playing that night, and as Shania wisely decided, we're all going to
Yes.
be watching the game. We're going to have it on our phone. We're nobody's going to be paying attention to anybody else because we're going to be this. What'd you
That's right.
say?
That's right.
What?
Can you replay that?
Yeah. I can't do it. So Singo, as I just found out, is a combination of sing and bingo. So I guess you sing while you're playing bingo. This is something I'm going to have to bring to my mom's attention because we play bingo together.
I have
a
not
couple of
played
times a
it,
week.
but Denise and I were almost wanting to put together a loaded team of different age levels. And like, I guess she says that John is extremely good at music, but it's older. So
Oh.
that way we'd have to come up with someone younger in that
Oh.
in that timeline.
In
there.
that
So,
time frame that might know the things that we're playing
Yeah.
in the 10s and 20s,
yes.
not the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s.
Oh, there's so many years in there. It's all good.
You know what I just because we're on that topic.
Yes.
If you go and you go and they say, "Oh, I need your ID." You're going to you're buying something or you're going in somewhere. I need your ID. If they look at it and they see 19 in front of it, they just hand it back to you. They don't even have to
know.
add it up because they know,
No figuring.
you're
It's
now
all good.
older than dirt, so it doesn't matter. Because if I'm doing something online and I got to pull in my birth date and you have to spin that thing like you're on Wheel of Fortune to get back to your decade. That's
19
I
and
don't
what?
like.
19
Like,
and what?
19.
But then again, there's part of me that it's like, don't disrespect me and don't ask me for my ID. My wife and I were out at dinner for our anniversary last year, and we had quite a few years under our belts. And there was us, and then there was another couple, younger couple down the ways. And sure enough, they carded them, brought our drinks over to us, and just
Didn't
went on.
card you.
Do I look that old? What is? Do I? That's not right. But anyway,
Only because you've dyed your hair white.
whatever.
Yeah. Most people dye their hair dark, but Jerry's dyeing his hair white.
Oh,
Yeah.
if I dyed it all dark, y'all would freak out.
It's where you get that hair
Y'all
color
would go,
for
"Oh."
men or whatever
Yeah.
it is.
He has a problem. He's trying to. Go. Yeah.
This is another offshoot, but my late husband had started getting white in his beard.
Mm-hmm.
And one day I pulled my mascara out to do my eyes and it had a hair on it. And I thought, weird. The next day, again, I looked at her and I go, "Are you using my mascara on your beard?" Maybe. I
Did
said,
it work?
It did. But I said, "Don't get caught in the rain because it's not waterproof and you're going to have
Just
beard running
run.
down your neck."
That's my grandma.
The little tricks. Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, Singo, Young
Yes.
Agent Singo.
Yep.
Sign up, everybody. Come
Yeah.
in. You don't have to be a young agent to participate.
No.
This is a fundraiser. It's the money's going to American Cancer Society.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There's fun and games. Well, you have an opportunity. There's a dunk tank.
Yeah.
There's pie in the face. You buy tickets to do the dunk tank or the pie in the face. There's raffle baskets. This is what we just did at this golf tournament I did Saturday in the rain. Was we had these silent auction baskets.
Yeah.
And you can raise a lot of money on doing those. So if you also had something you wanted to donate, a raffle basket, that would certainly be acceptable.
Yep.
And because anything that's donated, whatever it can be sold for, is money going to American Cancer. And that's
if you have any of those questions, get a hold of Shania. Shania will be the one to answer any of those questions. She'll take care of
all of that for you. It's pretty cool. Your registration, you can register for $100. You get 5 tokens. You get 5 raffle tickets. You get 5 throws at the dunk tank. You get some extra drink tickets. And registration includes dinner.
That's right.
No donation needed for money. Taco bar.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's be fun.
And just as a reminder, this is all of our August stuffed. This is all of our August scheduled events, because July we just had that one free Friday and we didn't have any other classes in July.
We didn't.
So we're already to August there. So 4
different things in August. August is a busy month.
Yeah.
Because August 6th is the Colby Strength, and then the Singo.
Yep.
And then August 7th, just so everybody out there will know, it's my birthday. Yes, I do accept cards, gifts, or just hello, how are yous? I can't believe you've made it this long.
That's right.
But then we go into August 12th.
Yep.
CISR, Insuring Commercial Property.
Yep.
It's a hybrid class, which means we're kind of combining a couple of things with it, but it is about cross-selling. Cross-selling is let's say you've got their building insurance, but you don't have their cars. Get their auto insurance, lock it all up together. And then it's also some good information on avoiding E&O issues. That's our dirty word, E&O.
Yeah.
Didn't ever want to have an E&O, but hopefully you've got great E&O coverage through our Eagle agency.
That's right.
That's also a part of the Big I, Miss Carrie Sineski and her crew. They love to write E&O, right. And she spoke at our conference. Hopefully some of our listeners were at the conference this year at the new
InsureCon.
InsureCon.
Yep.
At what's the name of it? Where were
Ocana.
we? Ocana. I wanted to say Arcana. I don't know why. Ocana. Wonderfully cute place. It's going to be a great place for families to congregate. Yep. Great pool. Anyway, so this is August 12th, CISR, commercial property.
Mm-hmm.
Very informative. These CISR classes are great because it's not just about processing an endorsement or how you do a certificate. It's teaching you coverage and what you need, what you don't need, or how you do it, or why someone would need it. Excuse me. So it's a good program. And that leads right into the next day, a CIC class.
Yep.
On commercial multiline, which is property and casualty. Also, it's going to hit on a lot on cyber and crime. Those are 2 very big issues right now facing everybody. Cyber is getting worse and worse. Crime has always been a thing, but everybody is subjected to cyber. I've had a lot of clients tell me, "Oh, we don't sell anything on the internet," and I said, "Do you have a computer?" We do. Yeah. Is it plugged in? Yes. You have a cyber issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As a person who has worked on computers in the past, that is something that forever, when you just have your single computer, you just don't think about that kind of stuff. But when you think about having to when you have to reformat and redo each computer in your office because you have been hacked, you're talking about a day per computer at least of just loading and setting everything back up and all that kind of stuff. So,
and then if you lost data that you have not backed up and you got to reconstruct that, ouch.
It's gone. So
I've been through that.
That's scary.
It is scary.
Yeah.
Back in the day, we used to back up computers, these cassettes.
Tapes,
before we had the cloud.
That's right.
And one of my staffers was in charge of doing that every night. And then we had an issue and our computers crashed and we had to rebuild. And it turned out she hadn't put the tape in for 2 weeks.
Oh,
So we had a couple of hundred invoices that had to be redone. Fortunately, back in those days, I didn't trust the computer.
yeah.
Not
Well,
like I do
well,
these
that's
days
good.
anyway.
Yeah.
But I would print them all out because I did the accounting as well. And I'd
Yeah.
print them out and keep them. So I had copies, fortunately, so we could put those back in there. But wow,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
an issue.
It's
But
scary.
if you don't have the
That's good.
right type of backup and protection and you get hit with a cyber, you're in a world of hurt. It can cost a lot of money and
Yeah.
time and frustration to rebuild.
Which the CIC and CISR is such a good designation to be able to learn those things and have those in your toolbox.
Yes.
To be prepared, and also to just the designation to be able to tell the people that know you, I know this, and I have been educated. That's my word.
Edumacated.
Edumacated.
Yeah, because
yes.
education is
That's
so
right.
important.
And nobody
very
can take
important.
that from you.
Yeah.
That's right.
You know, the other thing I like about these classes is that you can visit with other people in our industry and ask questions or get this one time this happened and learn from that or just throw out an example of an issue of a claim or whatever. What about this? How does this work? It's great because you're dealing with people that are longtime agents, new agents, account managers, process. It can be a wide variety of people taking the CISR and the CIC classes.
Yeah.
And it's great because you get a lot of different opinions or, what happened deals. So I think it's very valuable.
Yep.
I love my CIC classes. I really did. I love that camaraderie that you would develop with people because you would see the same people often again at different classes. So you developed good relationships with people that were not normally in your wheelhouse, right?
Yeah.
It was good.
And sometimes we have hot cookies there too.
Oh,
Just saying. Just throwing that out as a little.
Like that one particular hotel chain that always has those delicious chocolate chip cookies.
It's like when we also were looking to buy this house, when we were doing house shopping, and they would always put the hot cookies out on a plate, right? But you're like, oh, come on, what? Okay, can I have a cookie? Yeah,
You walk in there and you can smell that cookie
You
bacon, the
smell
aroma,
that.
and you right then and say, "Yeah, I want to live here."
They're
Are there
hooking
always
you
cookies?
They're hooking you in.
Will you be delivering cookies every
That's
week
right.
to me, Mr.
That's
Realtor?
Right. That's right. So we got our CIC and our CISR, and then we've got the Young Agent Conference in September.
Yes, September 16 to 17 at
right.
the very lively hotel.
The Lively
Hotel, which is a
Not
Hilton
the deadly.
property. It's not deadly. It's lively. And if young agents are involved, it's going to be very lively.
It'll be very lively.
It'll be a lot of fun and very lively. And the Lively it's a neat hotel. It's off Penn and Northwest Expressway, I think.
Yeah.
And but it's considered a boutique hotel.
Boutique.
I think Hilton calls it a Regency or something like that.
Okay.
But it's a really neat property, and it's just it's not very far to get to downtown, to everything that's going on there.
Yeah.
Museums everywhere. Go down to the water park and float you a kayak down there. There's lots of things to do.
It'll be toasty in September.
It'll be very toasty in September.
Surely.
Yeah.
And I hate to say it this way, but the registration starts July 1.
Which is
and Vicky,
just around the corner.
And Vicky is not the president anymore after July.
I no longer chair. Now I'm the has-been.
Chair, yes.
Yeah. I'm immediate past chair for a
But now you
year.
can just have fun and go to Young Agents Conference.
Yeah, and I don't have to worry about all the details will be on somebody else now.
That's right.
I'm just showing up.
It's all good.
There's my thing. I don't know. It's not my job.
That's right.
Not my job.
Not my job anymore.
But I'll still help you.
But you have done wonderfully. Enjoyed it.
I do want to give a little shout out because we've talked about two different education deals about Kim Watkins, a recent acquisition of Big Eye, Oklahoma. She's a former edumacator.
Mm-hmm.
She's a former edumacator, and she is on fire about this education that we offer.
Yes, she is.
And so if you have any questions about something that's being offered, get a hold of Kim. Email her, call her, whatever. She loves it, and she'd be glad to talk to you about, the ins and outs of a course or what's coming up, or you can ask her and say, I want to know about this.
Yep.
And then she can direct you on where that would be. But she's a great fit.
And she's very good at, if she doesn't know, she'll find out pretty quick for you.
She'll find out pretty quickly.
That's right.
And she
That's
has a
right.
very good Colby.
Yes.
It's a very good Colby for being an educator.
Educator. That's
Yeah,
right.
It
That's
is
right.
good.
Now I've got you hooked, don't I?
You do. I'll be saying it forever.
I know. You get caught. I can't remember. Anyway, that's all good.
That's all right.
Well, Vicky, I've enjoyed this.
Me too.
And you're going to do this a couple more times before
I
Denise gets
am.
back from vacation.
Yes, because we need to mention that she is gallivanting around the world on a
Gallivanting.
very well-deserved vacation
Yes.
break, because she is gallivanting across America all the time for Big I.
Yeah.
That woman is gone every other week somewhere for a conference, a seminar, a leadership thing. I mean,
Yeah.
she's on it. She's always at the Capitol and our Oklahoma Capitol, as well as DC once a year, or not twice a year. She goes with another group. But I think that she should really enjoy her vacation break, and I'm thrilled to be able to take her little spot in this little program. I think it's great.
You've done good. Maybe
Yeah.
she'll bring you back some chocolate or something
Oh
from
my gosh,
some
that would be
foreign
great.
land.
Yeah, yeah.
So
I think where was she going? She was going to Scandinavian countries, I think. Was they
Yeah.
going to Norway?
I'm not for sure.
I'm not for
I know
sure.
there was a bunch of them. They're going to just
Places they've
cut
never
and
been,
jump.
and they were
Yeah.
just going to go here and there and everywhere. Her
Yeah.
and John are going to really love it
That's right.
wherever they're going.
That's
Yeah.
right.
And we'll love it when they get back and share it.
That's right.
Tell
And
us
she
what's
takes a
happening.
week off going, I am so tired.
So tired from my
She's-
vacation.
Can I have a vacation from my vacation? I'm
I just
tired.
need to
Isn't
sit
that the way
back
you
and
always do?
that. Yes.
That's right.
You wear yourself out on vacation, and then you come back going, I'm just
That's
too
right.
tired to work now. I vacationed.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Well, Vicky, thank you. And
Well, Thank you.
let's hope everyone has a great week
Yeah.
and they don't get too hot, and as
Or
long as it doesn't
soggy.
get hot and rain and then it's all muggy and
The humidity. The
Yeah,
humidity. How
the
about
humidity. There you go. There
Humidity.
you go.
I'll help you with your vocab.
That's right. That's right. Well, Vicky, have a good day.
You too, Jerry. Thank
We'll
you
talk to
so
you later.
much. All righty. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye bye.